Yes, good evening to everybody. Welcome to the class of this research, how to write it, how to develop it, and how the guidelines should be there for writing the thesis or the dissertation or the articles or the report. Is it clear, my voice?
Yes.
Is it clear, my voice?
It is, yes.
Could you see my screen also?
Yeah, I can also
Yes,
see
sir.
the screen.
Okay, let me continue it then, if it is such a thing. So chapter 1. So chapter 1 is the heading. And the general rule is that heading always it should be the capital letter in the center and doesn't end with any punctuation. So that is the rule position. And when you see the chapter, when you are writing, keep in the mind what is the size of the font. Anyone? What is the size of the font? I did not ask style.
14 May.
Wrong.
14, sir.
Whenever you write the report, thesis, dissertation, article, always the font style is Times New Roman and the size of the font is 12. Repeat. Repeat.
The font is Times New Roman and the size is 12.
Yes. Heading, bold, capital letters, doesn't end with the full stops, any punctuation. And this is the heading. And chapter 1 is the heading and general introduction is the subheading. Stella now joined. Late is better than never. So, general introduction is the subheading. Heading and subheading always in the center. Bold. You know what is meant by bold? Say yes or no.
Yes, yes.
Bold means dark.
Yes, sir.
Capital letters. Is it clear? Say yes. Is it
Yes.
clear? Say yes.
Sir.
Okay. Next. The side heading. The side heading is, this is side heading.
Yes, sir.
This is side heading, introduction. When side heading, when you say chapter 1, Professor Hussain-Stella is 1 when it comes, it is in figures, it is in words, and here in the figures. When in the figures, 1 will not come first. What will come first? 1 will not come first. What will come first? If you don't know, it's a pass on. If you don't know, it's a pass on.
1.1.
It comes
Pass on.
0. It comes
Pass on, sir.
0. Z-E-R-O. So 1.0, excuse me, after 1.0, there would not be any punctuation. Then we should write introduction. When you write the introduction, side heading always the first letter should be capital letters, other letters should be small letters, and doesn't end with any punctuation. That is the equation. That is the rule. But if there are propositions, if there are articles, if there are conjunctions, it should be always small letters. Because when you're writing the side heading, always first letter should be capital letter and the next letter should be the small letters, and conjunctions, articles, and proposition should not be in the capital letters. That's my point. Is it clear? Say yes. Is it clear? Say yes. Okay, now the study examines the conservation of the wildlife in protected areas with much emphasis on the analysis. So when you write the study is a subject. When the subject is a singular, at that instance, third person singular, at that instance, the verb should be end with the S or ES. And hence, examines, you wrote. Is it clear? Say yes. Is it clear? Nobody is saying yes or no. Because there is a problem of the mobile
Voice is
data.
not. Voice is not.
Now, sir.
Yeah,
Not,
that is the problem because my
sir.
Wi-Fi
Breaking, sir.
is
Voice
not
is.
working. I am using the mobile data, and that is the reason that. But it will be recorded. My voices will be recorded. It will be very much clear, no doubt at all. So when the subject is a third person singular and the verb should be yes or yes. So here examines the conservation of wildlife protected is well and good of the law combating the illegal wildlife trade in Tanzania, whereby such a consideration will be paid to enforcement of the law. But in introduction, what should be the component should be? Because I gave you already what should be the components in the introduction. Why you are writing this one? Whether it comes in the public international law, private international law, or contract or environmental law. Now you tell me, when you say it is a wildlife protection, which emphasizes the analysis of the laws combating illegal wildlife, then the wildlife comes under which broad area of the subject? Anyone?
Environmental law.
Environmental law. So that is the first that thing we have to write it that the subject that which comes in the environmental law in the broad area and the wildlife that the research wants to make it out. Then why do you want to make it out? In that area, there is a gray area would be there. There is no proper legislation. If the legislation is there, but doesn't have the a particular provisions to deal it. So these are the things should come into the picture when you are writing the introduction. And I already told you that, and I have shown you also what should be there in the introduction. See, this is the thing which I have shown you. Is it visible to you? Because I shared it. Say yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Here I told you very much
It's
clearly.
visible. You can see it.
Yeah, here I told you very much clearly that what should be come into the introduction. In introduction, the research is derived from the French word, of course, that I have given the what is the research. But this is an explanation, we need not worry about it because it's an article and the research process also we need not worry about it. And the types of the legal research, we should not worry about it. But the brief outlook of research, we need not worry about it because it is an article, we have to give that how it should be conducted, how and what type of the research should be there. But what I want to show is here. Can anybody will read it, which I highlighted here? Can anybody will read it, which I highlighted there?
The highlighted portion is not visible, sir.
Not visible. Okay. So even because it's a mobile data, it's not supporting it that much. Okay, I will read it.
Yes, sir. Now it is.
Yeah, because I
To
want to
answer the
highlight
above.
it. I want to magnify it.
Yeah, I
But
can read.
I want to magnify it, but I could not see the icon here. But anyway, that I will read it, it will be recorded, no doubt. In introduction, the answer to the above issues, which are about the research to understand all the elements of the research proposal, these are as follows. Number one, introduction. So, introduction, what should be there? Of course, the sequence is introduction, background to the problem, statement of the problem, significance of the study, objective of the study, again, in the objective, general objective and specific objective. Then the sixth one is the literature review. Next comes the hypothesis. But generally, the people write the research questions. That is the outdated one. Better you write the hypothesis. Next follows the research methodology. Next follows the limitation of the scope of the study. Then, if it is a proposal, then we could write the time, research and progress, and financial tables in the case of the proposal. And of course, in the proposal also we can write the chapterization and then bibliography or a selected bibliography, or the annexures are there, appendices are, if any, there, that should be put it in the proposal. And your proposal is going to be modified form of the chapter 1. So when the chapter 1 is concerned, let us see the introduction. What are the components should be present in the introduction? Yeah, but because you cannot able to read it because of the font size is less. But here I could not see the way to magnify it. But anyway, that I will read it. In introduction forms a part and parcel of the research proposal of the research or study. The researcher is expected in this part to clearly introduce his or her topic for readers or the reviewers to understand what exactly the research study conducted intended to give the what message. And this part basically deals with the following hints. For the researcher preparing the research proposal must know as number 1, first bullet. The first bullet is clearly mentioned, stating clearly as what does the topic or title. Of course, the title should be very much clear. And what is the topic of the title? Of course, here the Stella did not mention, she directly wrote the chapter 1, but it's more better because the front page, I mean the title page should be appeared over there so that we could have an idea that on which topic that she is going to do the research. So the topic title should be clearly there. Then the question comes over there. When you're writing the topic of the research, it should not be more than 2 lines. They clearly mention it should not be more than 10 words. That is another. So you should not write, the title should be in 3 lines. So specifically related to, for example, whether it is a field of public law, whether it is a field of private law, and here it is an environmental law, because wildlife and flora and fauna, it deals about the environment. So we should be very much specifically stated that the study with the researcher is going to make it out is from the environmental law, and the title is so and so. It should be written in that manner. Is it clear? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, yes.
Appreciate. So that is the broad area number 1. And here, when I read the work, the student did not make it here. Can anywhere it is said here? To my knowledge, it is not stated over here. It is an environmental law. And just they say protection of the wildlife in Tanzania and so on and so forth. But one should have to write it. Basically, the research is from the so and so area. Is it? No, the second bullet is the viability of the topic to do the research. Why you want to do the research? What is the viability? Means whether there would be certain lacunae would be there, whether there would not be any legislation, whether there would not be any decided cases, and how the viability would be there of the topic to do the research. Why you want to do the research? And what do you want to show to the public? So that should be come into the area. Now let us see that whether the candidate, of course here they made it, the great demand of the wildlife species, the viability. The great demand of the wildlife species, there is a flora and fauna due to the population growth, the network supporting it, and the economic benefit of the procedure led to the increase of the illegal wildlife trade all over the world. Yes, that is show the viability. And here the footnote is given, the walnut, they say Meher J and Salander R. It depends upon the referencing service. Whether you, how many type of the reference service you know it? Can you tell me? In the referencing, what of the style should have to adapted? I would like to learn from you. If you
Tally.
fail to give, then I will give the answer.
88.
Of course,
Tally, sir.
South they say APA. What is the full form of APA? What is the full form of APA? APA is the initialism. Speak.
Pasa.
Pasan. American Psychological Association. Repeat.
American.
Psychological Association.
Oh, American Psychological Association.
Yes. So that is that. In that, no, author come first. Of course, they use the bold letters, but the initials, when you are writing the initials, one should have to be very much clear. See, Mahar J. After J initial, there should be a full stop. And the Stella, are you present? Say yes. Stella, are you present? I did not see Stella here. I say Emmanuel Bashome, Gausia, Isaiah Kitundu, Mariam Kisimbe, and Mabuke. Of course, I will drag it down.
I'm present, sir.
Why you are not giving the reply?
Isaiah Kitundu is present also.
I think the problem of network. I'm trying to reply, but I'm failing. Maybe the problem of network.
Your network or my network? Okay. The initial should be end with the full stop, and it is an and. What is the Latin terminology for the and?
Yes.
What is the Latin terminology for the and? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on.
Pass on.
Pass on.
Ampersand.
Pasa.
Pasa.
AMPERSAND. Ampersand. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next, cylinder R. After R, you put the full stop. But when the continuation is there, you should write the comma. Then, here comes always in the APA style. Here comes always in the APA style. What? What type of the bracket it is? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, say pass on.
Pasa.
The brackets are, we can say circular bracket, or we can say round bracket. But Professor Hussain students will not say either the round bracket or the circular bracket. What the Professor Hussain students say? Kanyana students, I several times I told you. I explained the parenthesis. Parenthesis. Parenthesis is a singular and parenthesis is a plural. So the later on after comma, and I don't think that there would be a double inverted comma begins. No. Unless it is a journal. Oslo Smith Wales, European Union action to fight environmental crime. Stella, is it a journal or it is a book? Tell me. Is it a journal or it is a book? Sir, I don't know. See, with the journal, the style is different. If the book, style is different. If it is journal, okay, you can write the double inverted comma, or we can write the single inverted comma. But if it's a book, you need not to write the either double inverted comma or the single inverted comma. And later on, you have to write it. They say Norway. Norway is what? Place of publication. Norway, Colombia, and Brazil. In the United Kingdom, Norway, in the wildlife trade, in the of course, it is a title only. Oslo and South Wales. Is it the title? Oslo and South Wales is the title. Stella, tell me.
Sorry,
Put it in.
Professor, I cannot get you well. Your voice is scratching. I cannot get you well.
Okay. Because generally, if it is a book, then place of publication, name of the publisher will come over there. If any specific pages, the specific pages should be entered in the last. That is the style of writing. So, see, I am giving the basics which are naturally because I am not going through the all and each and every aspect of it. And next comes to the second, Musa L. Full stop comma within parenthesis here, illegal dealing in the wildlife and the law of Tanzania, examining the pertinent issues and challenges with respect to the poaching and illegal wildlife trade. But you did not make a specify, is it a book? Is it a journal? Is it a research report? Is it a thesis? Is it a government report? We should have to make it very much clear. And because of the signal problem, you could not able to hear me. Neither I could able to hear you. And there is a problem which has emerged over there. But we try to tackle it because the Wi-Fi is not connected because there is a server down. So now let us go to the next point. So the background to the now when you see my points which I raised over there, stating clearly the nature of the subject in relation to the proposed topic at hand. The nature of the subject you should have to make it out, and how it can deal it, and how the topic is there which you have chosen, that should be clearly mentioned in the introduction. Next, showing any possible relations of the subject. For instance, whether the proposed topic covers both the national and international laws. Yes, the topic covers both the national and international laws. At that instance, you can make a comparison also. A little one in the introduction, you have to make it out. Now, next is the background to the problem. In the background to the problem, I made it very much clear in the first bullet. Researchers intending to carry out the research or the study must clearly indicate what created him or her in mind about the conducting such a research study. How he got the idea in his or her mind to do this research. Now let us see whether Stella, how she made it out here. Okay, the background of the study. In many jurisdictions, wildlife plays a great role on development of the economy of the country through the tourism activities, and it provides a food to millions of the people in respective areas. And here she has used how it is useful. That is made very much clear here. But the idea is there. Why you want to choose such a research? Let me see the next. The requirement for the continuous existence of the wildlife demands the conservation of and the production through the applicability of wildlife management strategies and enforcement of the law. Of course, in application they made it. Despite the necessity of the wildlife to the economy of the many countries, wildlife species are subject to the illegal wildlife trade, which affects the ecosystem, biodiversity, and led to the disappearance of some of the wildlife species. Yeah, this is the idea behind it, where she wants to do the research. Why? Despite the necessity of the wildlife to the economy of the countries, wildlife species are subject to the illegal wildlife trade. There is illegal wildlife trade is going on that affects the ecosystem would be there. And next, biodiversity and led to the disappearance of the some wildlife species are there. So that made her the researcher to do this research. Sir, you are muted yourself. No, 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 no. There is a problem of, I did not mute it, but it is only the mobile data is not catching in India. But the mobile data is very strong in Tanzania. But such mobile data is not that strong here in India, what I found and what I
Sir,
observed.
network is not strong today.
And because my Wi-Fi is with some problem, other Wi-Fi is there, no problem at all. But when I corrected the Wi-Fi, they say it's not connected. There is some server problem is there. But let me check it whether it is now connected or not. If it is connected, then we need not worry about it. See, and you could see my Actinet. I am connecting it. Could you see it? Could you see on the screen? No, they say checking network requirement because I use the Act Fiber Net. That is the Wi-Fi that I use it in. He said checking network requirement. I am sure that you could not hear my voice. Are you hearing me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, because now
Okay.
because I checked my internet at fiber, it is not there is no internet. Again, I am using the mobile data to use it, and that's why you could see sometimes that you will get the voice break, but you could at least see on the screen what I am reading it. And this I don't know why it is
Okay.
pursued Polisana because I took Hosea when I took it now
Okay.
for your class. It is very quite good, is it not?
Yeah,
Hosea,
it's
tell
Output
good.
me.
is good. Yeah, it's good though
Yeah,
I'm
it's
using
good.
my phone, but anyway, I can hear you properly anyway.
But anyway, that let us see that how we can make it out. So that is the point where you should come in the mind why you want to do it, and he or she must in this part show as to what made him or her interest to conduct such a research study. So how the idea is generated and why she wants to do it, and that idea should come into the background of the problem. Next, he or she must also indicate as to what inspired or motivated him or her to do such a research study. So the last point is he or she must also indicate as to what has caused the legal system to completely change as a result of the occurrence of the matter for which the researcher study is carried out for the such a purpose. Do you want to say there would be there is no such a legal system would be there, or the legal system is there, but still it cannot cover certain areas, means there is the lacuna is there. Are you following me?
Okay.
What would be the lacuna? What would be
Yes.
the gap? And whether if it is there, the executive machinery is not sound enough to do the to catch it. Now that should be appear over there. So here Stella wrote, illegal wildlife trade is a devastating wildlife species in the world over the poachers, traffickers, and highly organized criminal syndicate ruthlessly pursue the profit on a cost or meat. Species such as saiga, following the growth of the human population and great demand of the wildlife species, in many countries, illegal wildlife trade is inevitable incidence, and illegal wildlife trade is conducted for both the local trades and mainly to the domestic. Okay, indirectly that he has shown that the importance of it. But whatever that I highlighted in the my article, even that bullet should be appear over there. That is an important factor. Okay.
Okay.
Many things she
Okay,
wrote it, whereby it was ended by the time and so and so. See, another fundamental principle. You wrote IBID. Could you see the IBID? Yeah, now I can increase the font size here because I saw.
Yeah.
Here. Could you see the IBID now?
Yes,
Footnote.
yes.
IBID is which
Footnote
terminology
number
it is?
6.
yes, yes.
Footnote number 6.
Which terminology it is? Greek terminology, English terminology, Latin terminology, French terminology.
Latin.
Whenever the Latin terminology is there, it should be
Italicized.
italics, and every footnote ends with
Full stop.
full stop. Where is the full stop here? Stella, where is the full stop here?
I will correct it, Professor.
Every footnote ends with the full stop. All the Latin terminology should be in italics.
And also,
It
I
is
think I should be capital letter. Is it, sir?
See, here you wrote no. Friends, did you observe here? I will show you the thing which I want to make it out. Yeah.
Sorry, sir. I think I should be a capital letter. Is it?
Yes, tell me.
I think I for EBD should be a capital letter. Is it?
Yes, I should be capital letter again. Here,
Yes.
I should be capital letter. I appreciate. Nuruddin Julius, I appreciate. I should be the capital letter. And BID should be italics and ends with the full stop. And when
Yes.
you write it, okay, elephant poachers crisis in Tanzania. It is a title of the, I don't know whether it is a book or Stella, you tell me whether it is a book or it is a journal, it is a report or it is a thesis, is it a dissertation? Me.
It is
Seventh,
an
no.
article, Professor.
Seventh
It is
footnote.
an article.
Repeat.
It is an article.
Article. Where is the article is there? Where is the title of the journal? Where is the title of the journal? And then when it is article, naturally either you should write that double inverted comma or single inverted comma. But I did not see neither the double or single here. The title of the article should be in either double inverted comma as per the APA or single inverted comma. You should have write it. Then once you wrote it, then you put the full stop, then inverted comma ends. Then you have to write the title of the article. The title of the journal should be in italics. And this you need not to keep in italics, because it is a title of the article. But only the title of the journal should be in italics, but that is missing. Then where is the volume? Where is the issue? Volume and issue. And where is the pages? Even the particular pages. Yeah, Majamba H. Of course, the earlier dean, Hamudi Ismail Majamba. But where is the I? You did not write the I. H full stop, I full stop, comma. Hamudi Ismail Majamba. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, Professor. It
Yes,
is clear.
regulating the hunting industry in Tanzania, reflection on the legislative, traditional, and policy marking of the framework. The law environmental team research report is a report. Okay. So that is the title of the article regarding the hunting industry in Tanzania. When you are writing the title of the article, again you have to keep it in the mind. Except the article, except the proposition, except the conjunction, every first word should be the capital letter. Or you wrote capital letter, well and good. The, what is the? Ardi. Tell me in grammar.
It indicates specific thing.
It is the definite article. A and an is the indefinite article. Article, whenever that comes in the title, we should not use the capital letter T. So very good. What about the hunting? Why you wrote the small h? It should be the capital H. You should not use the small h, hunting. Because every first word letter should be the capital letter, except the conjunctions, prepositions, and articles. Industry, I should be capital letter. Are you following me? Say yes.
Yes, Professor.
What about in? In grammar, what about the in grammar? What about is the in grammar? If you don't know it, you say pass on. If anybody knows it, please tell me.
Pastor, please.
In is a preposition. Repeat.
It's preposition.
Good. So prepositions, articles, and conjunction should not be capital letters. So Tanzania is the name of the country, hence T should be capital letter. Then reflections on the legislative, institutional, and policy making framework. Is it a second title? Stella,
Yes.
if it is a second title, then what is the rule? If it is a second title, then colon, then R should be capital letter. Reflection on legislative, L should be capital letter. Are you following me? Say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about on? O and on.
Should be.
It is a preposition. So no
Yeah, it
questions,
should remain.
only small letters. Institutional, I should be,
Should be a capital letter.
and A and A should be
Should
capital
should
letter.
remain. No.
Small letter.
Why?
Oh, later.
It's a proposition.
A and is not a preposition. Polesana.
Conjunction.
Captain.
And is a conjunction. It's a coordinating conjunction. And P should be capital letter.
Should.
And making, yes, making also should make a capital letter.
Yes.
Yes, we can make it making also capital letter. Framework, F,
Capital.
it should be capital letter. Yes.
Yes.
Then the subtitle is over. Then full stop. And when you are writing it, it is a title, hence it should be like italics. But it's a report. You can write lawyers, environmental team, research report. Then what the mistake, Stella? Tell me here.
Yes, Professor.
What is the mistake you committed here? Lawyer, environmental team, research report. If you don't know, you say pass on.
Pass up.
E should be capital letter.
E should be capital letter. Next.
And also T.
T should be capital
T.
letter. Next.
T for team.
Next. You committed a mistake here, Stella. What is that mistake? What is the mistake you committed, Stella? If you don't know, you say pass on.
Pass up. Pass up.
N is a capital letter, O is a small letter. In abbreviation, which type of abbreviation it is? There I told you 4 type of abbreviations. I told you 4 type of abbreviations. Number 1, initialism. Number 2, acronym. Number 3, shortening. Number 4, attraction. Which type of abbreviation it is?
Shortening.
Don't know, you say pass on.
Shortening
It
abbreviation.
is a shortening, right, Julius? When shortening, always N should be capital letter, O should be small letter, ends with punctuation, full stop, or period, or a dot.
The end with
Okay, 4 is the Arabic numeral, LEAT, LEAT, acronym, then it should be the full stop. Dar es Salaam
yes.
is the place of publication, then comma, it should be comma, then Tanzania is a country, then it should not be a full comma, there should be a full stop, then PP8, is it the proper way? Small p 8 is a proper way. Stella, say,
Pass up.
No,
see,
first
only
P should be
one pagination is there. You write only single P full stop 8. And that to be P should be a new style is small letter, not the capital letter. Because it is a single pagination. If it is a more pagination is there, small p, full stop, 8-20. Means, what is PP? What is PP?
In case there are more than
I say
in
full
case there are
form.
pages.
What is PP full form?
Pasa.
Particular pages. Repeat.
Particular pages.
Small p, there is a new style. Full stop, 8-10 or 20, whatever it may be. But here only one page number, hence small p, full stop, 8 Arabic numeral. Then what should become after 8? What should come after 8? Say pass on.
Pasa.
Every footnote ends with the.
Full stop.
Then why you are not giving that? Why you are not saying, sir, it come full stop? So that is the way of writing. Even full stop, comma, capital letter, small letter, italics, everything will be counted. Because we will see that whether what you wrote, we don't see. Examiner will see how he followed the referencing, how the pagination are there, what is the navigation, what he put the front, what he put the late. First page, they will read. Center chapter, they will read. They will read the last chapter. They could know that how much you are in water, how much the potentiality you have. So here, the modern history of the Tanganyika. Why you wrote H should be a small letter? Why you wrote H should be a small letter? It should be a capital letter. Tanganyika, comma. No, it should not comma. Fundamental rule. Any newspaper title, any article title, any journal title, any book title ends with the say, I say pass on. Say full stop. Period. Addition, capital E, D, full stop. Year, end with the full stop. All the footnotes, end with the full stop.
يقول الدميم
Enter the book.
أوي.
Nuruddin,
لازم نبندرس
personal tag, Nuruddin. Mute.
لسه.
I heard your personal tag. Mari Mandeme. How do you pronounce? I don't know. Mari. Yes. See here, ILL Life J full stop comma within parenthesis 1970 the modern history of Changanika, Cambridge University Press. Stella, now you tell me whether it is a book, whether it is a title of the journal title, or report, or thesis, or dissertation. Ninth footnote. Stella, tell me.
It's a book.
When it is a book, author is there, single author. Okay, within parentheses you wrote the year because it's APA style. Good, I appreciate it. Then the title should be in the italics. Okay, very good. And the title ends with the full stop. Very good. Then what comes next? Imprint. What comes next? Imprint. Before the imprint, whether it is the first edition, you need not to write it. When you don't write the edition, it deems to be first edition. And if you're not first edition, you can write second. How do you write second? Arabic number 2, then ND. Second, space, capital E, small d, full stop. If it is a second edition. Then imprint. Imprint means there are 3 prongs are in imprint. What is the first prong? What is the second prong? What is the third prong? Because the APA style is there, hence we are writing the last prong after the author. But in imprint consisting of the 3 prongs, number 1, place of publication. Number 2, say pass on. Name of the publisher. Where is the? Here you wrote the Cambridge University Press. Very good. Is it? What is this Cambridge University Press? Stella, tell me. Stella, tell me.
That's up, sir.
Anyone can tell me what is this Cambridge University Press? I say anyone.
It is also the book. It is a book.
It is not a book. The Cambridge University Press is a publisher name. Repeat.
Cambridge University Press.
It is the publisher name. Means Cambridge University Press is the publisher. And of course you have to write the place also. Cambridge, when you write the Cambridge, comma, Cambridge University Press. Already that year is you mentioned after the author. You need not worry. If it is the pages are there, you can mention is. Otherwise, you need not to mention is. Every footnote ends with the full stop. Full stop, you missed it.
Full stop.
Okay, now
Full
10th.
stop.
Yes, 10th. Okay. GICHOIHEFF. Okay, you pronounce the way that you want. J full stop, K full stop, comma, good. You wrote et al. What is meant by et al? What is meant by et al? This one.
And another.
And others. When you write and others, write only one style. Either you write et al. If the APA style says, or and others if the APA style says, uniformity should be maintained. But I doubt whether you can write et al. In the parenthesis. Can we write the et al in the parenthesis? Anyway, you check the APA rule.
I don't know now.
Yeah, no. I can make it out here, but it takes the consuming time. Because I can check it APA rules. How you can make it out. But APA is the old style. APA is the old style. What is the current style? Anyone?
What?
APA is the old style of referencing. It is not for the social science and law. What is for the law? The best referencing? Chicago style. Or combination of Turabian and Chicago style is the best method. Slight difference is there. Turabian style. You have to use it. So anyway, that you don't worry it because it's outdated. You can use it, but use better Turabian style, and that is well and good. In the Turabian style, you will write and others. Then year comes not here, and after the publisher name later it will come. Okay, doesn't matter. Sarvanna ecosystem in East Africa and their conservation. Why you write small e? It should be capital E ecosystem in East Africa. But you write East Africa, E capital letter, A capital letter. Why did not you write the small letter? Give me the answer. Stella, give me the answer. Sir, it is the name of a place. Whenever the name of the place is there or country is there, first letter should be capital letter. The East is there, the capital letter, and the Africa is there, hence capital letter, East Africa, and their conservation. Then when you say C, the C should be capital letter, then full stop. Then Oxford University Press. You have to write the place of the publication. Where is the place of the publication? Stella or Nuruddin?
Yeah, Oxford is a place of publication.
But the first name which is given in the Oxford University Press in the book, that should be written. Suppose Oxford University Press, they will publish in India also. At the time, if they write India, later on the other names, the first name should be there in the name of the publisher. Even Oxford University Press, I saw in Tanzania also there, but I don't know whether the Tanzania they print it or not. But I know it in India they print it. Suppose the first name is given in the place there, India, you have to write only India, not Oxford. Can you write UK?
Yeah.
Can
It
you
should
write
be
UK?
I think Stella should have to look for it.
You are not supposed to write UK. UK is the country total. You have to write the name. For instance, can you write Tanzania?
No.
Either you write Monza, if the publisher is in Monza, you will write Dar es Salaam, if the publisher is Dar es Salaam, you write the Mbeya, if the publisher is Mbeya, if the publisher in Arusha, you write Arusha. Sir, you write Malimbe. Can you write Malimbe?
No.
Hapana.
Malimbe.
No.
Sir.
You write Monza. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So, if it is India, first name, India, right? Oxford University Press. Then, every footnote ends with the
Full stop.
full stop. So, 11th here, I don't know what you wrote it here. 11th, Wildlife Decree of 1891. The decree of which country? This decree. Yes. This wildlife decree, you wrote 11th here, footnote. Let me check the 11th where you wrote it. This is 10. At this juncture, the German colonial power enacted and implemented the first law and comma, then 11. See, when you are writing here, can you write the comma there? Can you write the comma there, here? Say yes or no. Can you write the comma there? Say pass on.
No, pasa.
You are not supposed to write. First law, then the footnote number to protect and control the wildlife utilization in order to maintain the resource